Praise be Jesus Christ, now and forever. As the lovely season of Advent begins this weekend, I always have the hapless and hopeless task of trying to encourage you to keep the season and not celebrate Christmas until the day of Christ's birth. As I said a few weeks ago, we are meant to be formed by the liturgy, but we can't be formed if we don't allow ourselves to be. This beautiful month has its own hymns or carols, special scriptural readings, and an air of expectancy quite unique to any other season. If you allow this time to do its work, I guarantee that not only will the season change you for the better, but the great time of celebration which makes up the Christmas season will be all the richer. Maybe one person will get the message this year. I live in hope. As we know, we are not awaiting the birth of Jesus, as some spiritual readings can imply. Just as Lent is not the time to await the resurrection as though it's not already happened, so with Advent. We do indeed, as Christians, at Christmas, celebrate the birth of Christ, the event which changed all of human history. And Advent is a time to recall with gratitude what that means for those who claim belief in God made man. It should be a time of special pondering, thanksgiving, and perhaps most importantly, a deepening of why faith in the Incarnation changes not only the world, but our own lives. What would our life be like if we did not believe in Christ? And how each year does this belief change us, and because of us, those around us? One aspect of Advent that gets passed by too easily, but is in every way as important as the preparation to celebrate Christ's birth, is the preparation or expectation of his second coming in glory. That he will come again in glory, and when we least expect it, is an article of faith, but not one we spend much time contemplating. We are, as the phrase goes, in denial, worldly and world-bound. He will come, as the Creed says, to judge the living and the dead. Breaking news, that's us in one form or another. We actually pray during Advent for him to come. We better be careful what we ask for. Perhaps if there was more awareness or emphasis on that part of Advent, it might be easier to keep the season from being drowned in saccharine, already Christmas extravaganza. It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas. No, it isn't, unless Christmas is about a red-nosed reindeer, large amounts of chocolate, and the purchase of things we don't need from Amazon, which will be returned on January the 2nd. That's not bar humbug. It's beginning to look a lot like Advent, that peculiar time blessed in a special way in the Western Hemisphere with the gift of winter, where we wait in what the liturgy calls joyful expectation. That's the key and the clue, which is why there's nothing Scrooge-like in living and loving Advent. Once again, our Anglo-Saxon ancestors, if you have Anglo-Saxon blood, had a way of understanding this time which I find deeply satisfying. According to the historian Eleanor Parker, they had a word, gebedan, which could mean both wait for and experience. She says that the best definition of Advent, using that word, is a time of waiting for something that has already happened, but is still intensely desired. Christ has been born, it has happened, and we celebrate for all it's worth. But we still desire all that his birth should bring. And the question, do we intensely desire his second coming? And will we be ready? Brethren, be sober, be vigilant, because your adversary the devil, like a roaring lion, walketh about, seeking whom he may devour.